Hi, it's Reuben Ebrahimoff, the Haftorah man. This week, it's Chanukah. When you think of Chanukah, you think of menorahs. What's a menorah all about? Well, it's the first symbol of any monotheistic religion. Yes, the Jewish people, original symbol was not the star, was the menorah. Where did this come from? How do we celebrate this holiday? Well, we could look into two books, Josephus and the Book of Maccabees. How else do we learn about the holiday? We learn about it from coins. Kings, years ago, they didn't have newspapers, but they wanted to spread news. So they would mint coins, and on one side, you'd see their profile, and then on the other side, they would tell the story of whatever event happened. Now, this holiday is of particular interest to me. Why? Some of you may know me as the Haftorah man. Well, the Haftorah started because of this king, Antiochus Epiphanes. Yes, the same king that you attribute the holiday of Chanukah starting. Why? He wanted to wipe out Judaism from the world. He said, I'm king, I'm God's messenger, everybody has to worship me. And the Jewish people, some of us, agreed with him, and they became known as the Hellenists, and some of us were Charedim, strict, stuck to the law, and never bent. Especially Yehuda HaMaccabee's family, Matisyahu, his father, and him and his 5 brothers. They stood up. So this story happens about 2,165 years ago, in the year 165 BCE. Now, the Greeks had taken over the world. Alexander the Great, Superman, conquers the world by the age of 33, dies. His 2 generals, one of them General Ptolemy, one General Seleucid, they take over the world, they split it up. Seleucids are to the north in Greek and Syria, and the Ptolemies are in Egypt. And now they begin to fight over Israel. Many Jews in Israel adopted the Greek way of life. Muscle building, art, all different kind of beautiful physical pleasures. The big problem? Polytheism. They worship many gods. Zeus, Dionysus, you name it. So now Jewish people have a problem. We believe in one God. So here's what happened. They came to the city of Modi'in, the Greeks, and they said, along with the Hellenists, the sympathizers of the Greeks and the ones that followed Greek religion, and they tried to make the Hashmonaim family, the Maccabean Hammer family, convert and adopt the Greek way of life. And all of the Maccabees said, no way, we are not going to adopt that way of life, and we will fight you to the death. And it actually took place that this originally was infighting. If you look at Al-Hanisim, it says the miracle was that the few they won the war against the many. What many? First it was our own people that did not stick to Judaism, and that they adopted the way of Greek life, Hellenism. And then we beat the Greeks as well. The holiday is celebrated for 8 days. If you look at it, it's very interesting. They came to the temple, the Maccabees. They took the Temple Mount back. They cleared away the Mizbeach. And now, because there was pigs on them, they had to build a new kosher Mizbeach. They looked for the menorah. We got to light the menorah. It was lit every day of the year. So now they find it. There's no oil. Well, just a little bit. It's about 42 ounces in this flask, and they would fill up the 7 cups, and they would make this oil last for 1 day. They said, we don't have enough time to go make new oil. How are we going to make it last? So they twisted the wicks really tight. You still can't make it last that long. So they sent men to the city of Tekoa. It was 10 kilometers south, where the oil factory was for the Beis HaMikdash, the best olive oil factory in all of the land. That's not a 4-day journey south and back. What happens? If you look in the book of Maccabees, it says that day, on the 25th of Kislev, was selected, and they celebrated for 8 days with palms. Wait a minute, why? 3 months earlier, it's possible that they decided that 3 months earlier, they didn't have the Beis HaMikdash, Temple Mount, to have Sukkot and celebrate their Chagim. And that was important to them. So they said, we will celebrate Sukkot now for 8 days. So that also may have contributed to the origins of Chanukah lasting 8 days. We wanted our holiday back. We were willing to fight for it. We got it back. We celebrated. So now we could think about the menorah, and we could look at it as the first monotheistic symbol that our lights will never go out, and we will fight to the death. And our lives should be celebrated with this oil as a reminder, whether it be in the menorah, or with the latkes, or with the jelly donuts. Have a sweet holiday. Chag Sameach.